we missing?
All right. All right, so 2024, year in review. A lot of great trips. Ended up in, backing up and going all the way back to January. We decided we were going to go up to the Boston Convention Center for the RV show. And, we had a 2018 Bullet premiere, which was nice. It was small. We realized with the two dogs, it was really, had a U-shaped dinette. Carol had actually painted the interior of the cabinets, and it came out good. And I was a little nervous about that, but it ended up coming out good. And really had no plans. I mean, that was going to be our camper coming up from ground tent to rooftop tent to this 2018 Bullet. Ended up trading in the Bullet. After we went to the RV show, I was looking at a View, which was going to be a lot larger, giving us more space for the two large dogs we have. But because I had a Toyota Tundra and the payload capacity I was cautious of, the View I thought was going to be a little bit too much for us. So we backed out of the View and ended up, found a 25 RKPR with opposing slides. And in February, we actually purchased that 25 RKPR. Kicked off our season in March. From March to May, we spent a lot of weekends at a local RV resort to us called Pine Lakes, which is a great spot. It's about an hour from home, and we have a lot of fun here. They got a beautiful pool, nice setup. And so we weekend from March to May. In May, we were planning to hit a spot we've been dying to go to, Gulf Shore State Park in Alabama. The weather looked kind of iffy, so we ended up changing plans. We ended up canceling that and heading to Key West. Stayed at Sugarloaf Key, the KOA on Sugarloaf Key, which was a great place. Had, beautiful pool. The campsite was nice. It wasn't a parking lot. The sites gave some privacy. Super friendly staff. Ended up going out on the Marathon Lady deep sea fishing, which was fun. Caught some fish. Brought them home, had a fish fry back at the camper. Went down to the state park, took in some beaches, and then did the touristy thing, rode e-bikes around Key West and went out to dinner and took a sunset cruise on a catamaran, and it was just a great trip. Headed from there, and we went up to St. Augustine. We spent a couple days. We camped out at the state park in St. Augustine. And we loved St. Augustine. Matter of fact, St. Augustine's on our 2025 trip list. Got back from there, and we spent a lot of weekends again at Pine Lakes RV Resort up in Sturbridge, Massachusetts. Spent the whole month of July at Pine Lakes, taking in the pool and fishing. And my daughter got to come up and spend some time with her fiance at the time at the campsite, and my niece, who has a pop-up camper, brought her pop-up camper, and they got to spend the weekend together. So they got to enjoy it, and that was part of the reason why I wanted to get the camper, is to try to spend more time with the family, and in that case, even let them take it for the weekend. Then the summer rolled around after plenty of weekends camping and the month long in July, and we headed down to Tennessee, North Carolina, and we did the train, Bryson City, spent a day out on a pontoon boat. We were lucky enough to go to Anchor Down and get a spot there. Just had a blast. Did a winery tour, moonshine, distilleries, and it was just a great trip. Came back from there, and we actually stopped at a pretty amazing Harvest Host in West Virginia. This place was tight to get in, but it was a lot of fun. The owners were amazing. Lit a fire for us at night. We bought a couple bottles of wine. We had some wine, got to have a good conversations with the owners and the staff there. And then we ended up coming back. We did a lot more weekend trips to Pine Lakes. Again, we didn't venture off too much into many other campgrounds in this area this year anyways. We kind of latched on to Pine Lakes. It was easy. The resort is clean. The staff was friendly, and we met some people up there, and it was just a lot of fun. I've been following Adventure Bandits for some time, and I've just always loved the atmosphere that they portrayed in the videos, and the camaraderie and the openness of everybody. And I had watched several or two glamp outs or some glamp out in Ohio, Atwood Lake, and I thought, one of these days I'd love to attend one of these Adventure Bandits get-togethers. And we ended up reserving for the Adventure Bandits Bash down in Savannah Lakes, South Carolina. And it was amazing. We got to connect with so many people. The Adventure Bandits, RV Adventure Explorers, locked in with the Wilsons, a bunch of content creators, live music, camper crawls. At night there was like a little potluck kind of thing where we went around and sampled food and drinks from all the different people who attended.
Thank you. Bravely trained.
The camper crawl was awesome. That's really what sparked this next step for us. We got to go in. We toured, actually locked in with the Wilsons. They let us tour their sport track, which was really kind of kick-started everything for us. But we got to visit Daryl and see a bunch of brand new Jayco fifth wheels. I think it was a Cedar Creek we walked into. It was Ed and Carol. I believe it was Cedar Creek. They had a beautiful, they're full-timer RVs. They got full-time RVers. They let us go inside their camper, and they had this thing decorated beautifully. Matter of fact, Ed's got like a man cave in the back with a bed that drops down from the ceiling. Daryl has an Alliance, which was really, really cool. The build on that Alliance was awesome, and it really got me started thinking about an Alliance fifth wheel, and then it got me. Then I saw the Sport Trek, and Sport Trek was beautiful. It had a huge outdoor kitchen, which I love. But we had a great weekend with the Adventure Bandits. Did some karaoke. Really met some people that were almost like instant friends, right? Really connected with Juan and Jen of RV Adventure Bandits. Just great people. A lot of former military veterans, which was fun. We did a walk in the morning. Had a breakfast with everybody. Grits and fish fry, and it was just, I can't say enough about it. We actually ended up signing up for the Glamp Out this year, which was our 2025 trip list. Ended up spending more weekends at Pine Lakes RV Resort. Had my grandkids and my son up for a Halloween weekend, which was great. We had a lot of fun with that. Finished out the season just kind of camping locally and really just having a good time. But the real big trips for us was, St. Augustine, Key West, South Carolina, North Carolina, Tennessee, West Virginia. And, it just spent so much time traveling and exploring. It just really kind of just ignited a fire within us. And seeing so many beautiful rigs, and then realizing that we, wanted more space. We've got, part-time, right now we're RVing part-time with full-time goals, part-time sometime, and then full-time dreams, I should say. And hopefully, we'll get there. But I don't know, just something started clicking, and I really started thinking about, how much more time I'd love to spend with my grandkids and take them out camping and fishing. Carol has two boys of her own that we don't really have room for everybody. I've got 3 kids, 3 grandkids. I got a son and a daughter, 2 daughters that I'd like to spend more time with. I'd love them to come up and camping and have family meals, and just get to share that experience with us. And then for Carol and I we just want to explore more. We hope to one day head up to Nova Scotia and do Canada and out west and boondock at the Wall. There's just so much stuff that we want to do, that we want to get done. And one of the biggest things for us in 2025 is staying healthy, eating right, and exploring more. So we ended up a few weeks ago, it just hit me, and I said, you know, if I'm going to do it, let's do it now. So we talked about it, and we kind of looked, and we started looking at Sport Trek, and we found a Sport Trek available in Ohio. We just couldn't pull the trigger on it. At the time, it wasn't right. So, you know, we ended up talking to the dealer that we bought our 25R KPR from. And we told them what we were looking for and what we'd like to do in the future. And being only in our RV for 1 year, less than a year, the longer we keep it, of course, it's not an investment, right? It's going to depreciate. And the quicker, if I'm getting into a fifth wheel, the quicker I could get out of this one and into what would check all those boxes and give us, hopefully, you know, maybe one of our last RVs. You know, we've just got to write down everything we want and make that move. We ended up looking at a couple. I was looking at Jayco's under the influence of seeing some, and they're really beautiful. But we kept on kind of going back and looking at this Keystone Avalanche 338 GK. So, you know, last week, actually, we pulled the trigger on it. And December 15th, no, 2 weeks ago, we pulled the trigger and we got it home. We bought it. It's 38, 39 feet long. And so that, you know, it's kind of our year in review and really looking at what 2025 is bringing us. We've got a couple trips in the books for 2025. We are definitely going to Ohio. We're going back down to Tennessee. We're definitely going back down to Savannah. We're definitely going back to Florida. Got 2 different trips to Margaritaville's. And then, you know, I want to get the grandkids out fishing. I want to get the grandkids out spending the weekends with us. We've got Normandy Farms booked for 2025, where we've got both families coming together, my kids and her kids, and we're going to spend the day and have a family cookout. And then anybody's welcome to stay. We'll be doing more Pine Lakes, I'm sure. We've got 4th of July week planned down Cape Cod, which is another favorite spot of ours, down at Sun Retreat in Falmouth. And then, you know, more weekends and getting out as much as we can. So, you know, the biggest thing is I just wanted to really wish, or we wanted to wish everybody a happy, healthy 2024. To all our old friends, our new friends, and those we haven't met yet. We wish you the best in 2025. We hope we cross paths with you soon. And for everybody else, we'll see you out there on those RV streets real soon. And I should add, which I didn't, I got rid of that 2024 Tundra. So we've made a lot of mistakes over the time. We've upgraded trucks, we've upgraded campers, but I think we're pretty settled in. We're pretty happy with what we got. And I can't wait to get out there and explore some more. So Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the subscribe, click the notification bell, subscribe, and we'll see you out there.